Previously on the Block NZ, there was rule breaking,
Hey, Paul, what are you doing? You're to do the painting.
brain straining,
I'm just really relying on James to pull us through.
I freaked out, had no idea what was going on.
and budget stretching.
I'm not sure why we should be helping you to finish something that you should have finished yourself.
Tonight, in an unexpected move, Quinn and Tony tie the knot.
Might have something there to help you out.
Who would have thought?
The teams plumb the depths for a prize that has them gasping.
Probably the first time in a challenge where I felt like giving up.
And
I can't hang that gate. I've got no hinges for it.
a hingy problem has been running for the hills.
What the hell are you doing?
With the final reveal in sight, it's the team's last chance to impress. Win the cash
Money, money, money.
and pay the bills.
Renovations don't always go according to plan.
Our team has heaps of tips to help make them happen. Bunnings Warehouse, helping make the Block NZ.
It all starts now.
It's Wednesday afternoon with 18 hours until our couples have to reveal their front gardens. But for every team, it's a juggling act between finishing the front yard and getting the house auction ready, which is just over 1 week away. All the teams have a lot of fence to get painted this week, and for Quinn and Ben, it runs the length of their driveway, adding a big job to a long list.
Loving that colour more and more every time I see it. Loving it.
Front yard's going so well. We got heaps done yesterday. We've still got to build our fence to divide from the driveway to the yard, and then I've got heaps of painting to do. Got to stay in the veggie garden. We've got to create our feature garden with a water feature and plant all our plants.
But it's pants, not plants, that might be pregnant Quinn's first priority.
These are actually Ben's shorts, and the button fell off, so all my shorts are too tight now. So I think it's come to the time where I might need a rope belt. Never thought I'd say that.
Tony and Ben are saying that looks good.
Tony wears a rope for a belt.
Despite a front garden that's a blank canvas, no indoor nook or cranny is escaping the attention of Marie and James this afternoon.
It's not long till we leave, and it's quite a scary thought. You know, we've just devoted so much to this house, and the thought of leaving it with even the tiniest bit not filled in or a little mark on the wall just doesn't sit well with us. And whether that means in the next couple of nights we have absolutely no sleep, we're just going to do what it takes to get it done, because it's going to sail and we want to put our best work forward. So it's really about that and our pride, I guess.
Just over the fence, the painting is fast, but the pants are loose. And builder Tony comes to the rescue with a builder's bum preventative.
In there, Quinn.
Yeah, I'm on my last day.
Pants a bit loose, mate.
Yeah, they are actually. The button came off.
Might have something there to help you out. I'll give you a nice rope belt to go over your pants.
Thank you. Have you got yours on today?
Of course I have. It's on every day.
Who would have thought I'd be wearing a rope belt by the end of the vlog? Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Designer belts. Awesome.
Now available at Bunnings Warehouse. One size fits all.
All right, you carry on.
All right, thanks, Tony.
While Quinn can continue painting with her pants held high, Alex and Corbin are still on the hunt for an extra builder after Peter refused to find them a helping hand.
What you have to be able to do is deliver. So to come to us right at the end and go, I need more people, frankly, isn't actually my problem.
Now the ambitious couple are off-site and creating even more work for their team.
So this is the warehouse where it all happens. This is where the board comes into from around the world.
We've come to Pack Build today to
see whether they can help us with some exterior screens of the house. Like always, we've got some grand ideas and we need some help.
We've got this idea. It's quite retro, but it's based on the old 60s breeze blocks. On the side of our house, we have these 6-metre high glass panels. They look out to Marine James's house, and we thought it's going to be a really nice detail if we actually create some privacy, so we're using these facade screens.
So it's this really where it creates a little bit of privacy, but there's quite a lot of cutout on it. Is that something you could do?
Yeah, that's no worries at all.
Alex and I have gone over a bunch of designs in terms of what the cutouts will look like on these facade screens, and we've come up with a geometric shape.
Well, let's go and have a look at what they will look like on the machine now.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Sweet.
A powerful water jet cutter will take 1.5 hours to produce each of the 10 panels they need.
I think this facade panel is actually going to lift our house, give it the edge over all the other houses.
It's a piece of artwork, that's what this house is going to be.
Back at the block, there's another feature lurking, and it's not so easy on the eye.
Damo wanders around in shorts no matter what the weather is, but he's always got a hole from the bum to the front.
Damo has these shorts that he just rips every time he takes one stride. It just rips right up the crotch.
Not everyone wants to see that, Damo.
It's time for an intervention.
Hi, did you get them? That's where we see the nads coming through here.
The girls have been a little bit disturbed about Damo's shorts.
We're going to destroy these.
Yeah, here you go. He's got a big rip basically the whole way around from front to back. And you can, there's no dignity there, really.
We got him some new shorts.
You can chop them up, chuck them in the loo.
Oh my gosh.
He does have a real pants issue, eh?
He does have a pants issue.
I'd love to know how many pairs of pants he's been through on the block.
I just have to make it so he can't actually wear them because if they're wearable, he'll just keep wearing them.
Just get rid of the elastic. Well, I've seen his...
Yeah, just quietly when he goes past, you see something dangling.
Yeah.
The plan is that the shorts must die.
Hey, Damo.
What are you doing?
Oh, he looks like he's going to cry.
It was getting a little bit too much exposure.
We saw too many balls.
Scaring too many people, is it?
Yeah, and it's a family show, so we've got you some new shorts.
Thanks very much.
No.
They're quite nice, actually.
Keep everything inside, please.
So those ones going down
the loo.
Don't have time to go out buying shorts every 5 minutes. Unless they've got a major rip in them, there's not much point chucking them away.
Well, how else could they were more majorly ripped than you couldn't rip them anymore
They're still wearable.
because they had a waistband.
Yeah.
It's been a sad morning on the block NZ with the tragic loss of Damo's favourite pants. So I'm about to set the teams a challenge that will allow Damo to take his new shorts for a spin.
Walking through the door, I straight away noticed that there's some pipes sticking out of the water and there's a wall with some pipes. It looks like we're doing the Pipeworks Challenge.
The Pipework Challenge has happened every series previous, and I was really hoping that it wasn't going to happen this year. It looks awful, and I don't want to really do it.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Dyson School Aquatic Centre and the return of an old block favourite, the Pipeworks Challenge.
Favourite?
I can kind of swim, but I'm just not the most confident swimmer, so I'm kind of dreading this challenge.
Now, unfortunately for you lot, each year this challenge gets bigger and bigger. And this year, it's been supersized.
Damo's straight out of the police, so we know they've got some pretty tough swimming tests, and his endurance would be pretty good in the pool, I reckon.
All you have to do is run your Marley pipes from the start over there, through your coloured pipes along the side and bottom of the 2-metre swimming pool. Then continue through the coloured pipe beside the pool, wind up and around the framework and finally connect back to the spout in the water to get it going. Unfortunately, not all the pipes have the same diameter. So you will need to add adapters and screw-on sleeves to hold them in place.
I think the supersized version's probably not going to be too much more difficult. It's just going to take longer, which means it's more physically draining. So, yeah, I'm hoping it will go swimmingly, actually.
The team that gets their water running first can sit back and enjoy a team of professionals from Green Acres getting their house spick and span and ready for sale.
Cleaning the house is going to be a really long job to actually do properly. And we'd rather be putting that time into doing touch-up painting and things, so it would be a really good price.
For the second team home, $1,000. And for the third team, $500. At the bottom of the pool, you'll find joiners and tools to get the job done. So if I was you, I'd take a deep breath now and into it.
Nice. Basically, if you're a dolphin with hands, you'd be awesome at it. But we don't have any dolphins with hands, so I don't really think anyone's going to do well at this challenge.
You ready? Remember, the most important thing is to breathe. Go!
Mark says go, and we all jump in and start frantically looking around for these pipes.
When we get in the water, we see that there's lots of different size, different length and width and shape pipes.
It's like a huge jigsaw with pipes, especially having those big and smaller fittings and pipe sizes.
Just tell me what you need and I'll get it.
Ben's going to be the one who's diving down and connecting everything, and I'm just going to be swimming from one end to the other, passing him the bits.
We're giving this challenge our absolute all. You know, this is sort of a physical challenge. There is a bit of the whole engineering thing as well, but we're really going to try and win this one.
But Alex and Corbin seem to be floundering.
I didn't really have a plan going into this, so I just kind of jumped down, start looking at what sort of fittings we've got. We're trailing right from the get-go. Everyone else seems to be going, like, boosting along, and we're kind of just cruising a bit.
There's a short, narrow piece.
Short, narrow?
And a cap.
I figured that James is going to be the one directing everything, and I'm just going to be the hunter and the gatherer. So I'm out swimming, he's putting all together. All the pipes are situated at the front, just where we first dive in, so you're having to go back and forth to collect everything, and on top of that, they're all mixed, they're all different sizes. It's pretty tough.
Quinn, try and find ones that have one fat end, one small end. We were just grabbing and hoping that one would fit, and then grabbing another one and hoping that would fit. And then eventually we were like, all right, we need a small one, need a big one. But we didn't really have like a system or anything, we're just shoving hope.
Big joiner, big joiner.
There's just pieces all over the bottom of that pool, and trying to find them is actually a little bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
So what I start doing is just going down, grabbing anything, throwing it down my pants, front and back.
Alex may be seeing the funny side, but the novelty is beginning to wear off for Joe and Damo.
Part of him feeling like a mermaid, but that doesn't last very long.
I think you need a tighter one there, Joe. Tighter sleeve.
As we go, the little pipe bits which connect them together, we sort of start getting shorter of those, and you've got to swim around for longer trying to find pieces. I'm just getting tired and tired and tired, swallowing lots of water. Not a seal.
Alex and Corbin have recovered from a sluggish start and lead the way into the deeper part of the pool.
The further we got into the challenge, the harder it got. You were just treading water, trying to finish this task, and it was just painful.
Do we need some elbows as well?
That pool is actually really deep, so at certain points you just had no rest. You had to keep on going and keep yourself afloat.
Joe's mermaid skills have a second wind, and they get to the deep end in second place.
You do this one.
Do what one?
You connect this down here. Seems to be going all right, but using a lot of shorter pipes. There's so many joins and corners that every time we turned around, a pipe had been kicked off, or I don't know what was happening, but it just continually repairing stuff we'd already done.
But Marie and James are sitting uncomfortably in third.
I'm starting to panic a little bit. Neither of us can really hold our breath for that long, and it's a part where you need to screw, so you need this screwdriver to hold it all together.
We just both can't hold our breath long enough to even get the screwdriver anywhere near the fittings.
Little skinny one and a cap.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I can't hold my breath and can't swim down. I'm at the point where I'm thinking it's impossible. It's probably the first time in a challenge where I felt like giving up.
Do the last one up to the top.
This year's pipework challenge has been supersized, and the teams are wishing their lung capacity had been as well. But Alex and Corbin have managed to hold on to their lead. Hey, Billy. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
You're leading.
It's horrible.
Surprise, surprise. So you're out of the water. Look, and it's pouring. It's working.
We were the first to get out of the pool to start building within the frame.
Alex, can you start connecting that up? And we're heading for that bottom hole there.
I actually can't believe how ahead we are. Most people aren't up to the last part of the barrier yet.
Yeah, we see Alex and Corbin, they're well ahead. They're already out doing their pipes in the frame, and we're still maybe a couple of buckets back behind.
I'm thinking, okay, we're definitely not going to get our house cleaned, but we still just got to keep going. We're not about giving up, so we just need to push through and fight right to the end.
They'll need all the fight they can muster. Giving Marie and James a run for their money are the athletic Quinn and Ben, who are the second team out of the water.
Buddy, cut this to go through to about here.
Where?
About there.
Yeah.
Alex and Corbin are actually neck and neck with us for quite a while, so we might have a chance of winning this.
Feeling far less optimistic are Joe and Damo, who are still some way from the end of the pipeline.
Damo, this breaks through the whole thing.
That's all right, keep going.
Last year it took them 7 minutes, so it got made a little bit trickier. I just don't think they realise how much trickier they made it.
We have to pick up our performance today if we want to win this challenge, which is a good prize.
Okay, cool. I just want to check we've still got water.
At this point, we are the only ones with finished framework, and we're just about to link up to our last station.
Chuck me 2 elbows.
While Alex and Corbin charge ahead, it looks like they may have neglected a piece of the puzzle. And the rules state that each team's pipes must run through all of their preset stations. Meanwhile, Marie and James are battling a puzzling piece of pipe.
There was a plastic pipe that we had to screw some hose clips onto. We just couldn't hold our breath long enough. It was too much of an ask at that depth.
James gave me the look that it's not possible, it's not going to happen. I don't accept that. So I just dove down, picked it up with whatever strength I had, and just started chucking it and dragging it along to the shallow end.
She's already scared of the deep water and she's trying to lift a pail of concrete. I just didn't want her to be so competitive that she wouldn't let go of it and she sinks to the bottom. But she gets it there for us and we're able to do up the clips.
That was probably the best thing we did, was take it up there, because we had the opportunity to stand and get a breath, but then also fix it and then move on.
Alex and Corbin have made the last of their connections, or so they think.
Hey, can I do?
Is there no water coming through?
Nah, can you just go check everything? Yeah. I'm not going to connect that up until that line goes. We get it all together and there's no water coming out and it's really low pressure, so I'm thinking it's taken ages to build. I went back and started pulling the pipework in the frame apart to make sure we could check as it got up through the levels. We've got water here. It's just
The pressure.
yeah, there's not enough pressure to get it up here.
Here you go.
Oh, it's coming.
Got it. And finally gets to the top, so I reconnect it.
We just have to wait for the pressure to catch up and then hopefully do its little squirt out the top.
I don't like waiting. Come on, you good thing.
Alex and Corbin might be steaming towards a win, but Quinn and Ben are hot on their heels.
No, it doesn't fit. When we got out of the pool to start connecting them around the orange bit of wood, we were going so fast, so we were just really racing through it.
But it could be too little, too late.
Well done. Water comes out, and when it came out, I actually couldn't believe it because I thought that, as I do on all the challenges, I think we're going to get stitched up by some little technicality, but with the pressure was enough, and we got a little squirt of water out the top. Well done.
Alex Alex and Corbin, they did it again, but there's still podium finishes available, so we're still going to keep going.
The race for second place and $1,000 is now on, with both Marie and James and Joe and Damo out of the water and building their pipe wall.
Just break down there. Coming.
We're pretty much all connected and good to go. We're standing there waiting, and it turns out one of our little plugs kept on popping out. It wasn't exactly the right size, so every time the pressure got up, it just popped out.
It's back to the drawing board for Quinn and Ben, who now need to check all of their connections.
Me and Marie, we swap places, and I start doing the framing, and she jumps back in the water to connect up the final bits in the water. And once I get to the frame, she's done in the water.
We're doing good.
I'm quite surprised. Like, this is our last piece of pipe to join, and it looks like we're going to come second.
We should be good. I'm just so glad to see the water coming out of the pipe. We finished it, we struggled, but we still got through. I'm just glad we didn't give up.
That is a water feature that you created there. Oh, load of bubbles.
Marie and James's water spurts out. We didn't even get second.
While Marie and James celebrate second place, Joe and Damo and Quinn and Ben are battling it out for the last $500 up for grabs.
We just had a break in our line somewhere and we couldn't find out where it was.
Although they were second out of the pool, Quinn and Ben are now in danger of being overtaken by Joe and Damo as they're struggling to find the weak point in their pipe network.
Yeah, it was just so frustrating. I was so tired.
Needs more pipes.
As the other teams finished, they had all the bits of the pipe that we needed, so we spent so much time swimming around trying to find bits of pipe that actually fitted with what we were doing, so it just was getting harder and harder and harder.
For Joe and Damo, that cleaning prize now seems like nothing more than a pipe dream. Come on, Damo! They're not giving up on third prize yet, but they might just be pipped at the post.
Finally, our water spurts out and I'm so happy. So yeah, third place, we get $500.
I'm just really happy that that's over. That was awful.
Now I've got to go back, put the floodlights on and do wheelbarrowing all night.
I'm going to be going to bed. I'm too tired.
I'm doing digging. Digging some soil.
Well done, guys. That was a little bit harder than I thought it might be, to tell you the truth. And exhausting.
Yeah.
Well done, Alex and Corbin. You two are clearly the master plumbers on the block this year and the best at fitting pipes. However, you're not the best at following the rules.
What did we do?
Joe and Damo, neither are you, even though you came last. I said you had to fit your pipes through all the coloured pipes. You did that until the very last one before you got back into the pool.
It is quite frantic in the pool, and we were getting all the stuff through the framework. We really wanted to get it working and just completely missed that whole side of it.
Therefore, you two teams are disqualified.
Oh my gosh! I'm a little bit gutted when Mark says you're disqualified, because it's a really, harsh word, as if you've done something on purpose and, really didn't do it on purpose. We just
It was a minor
put it through.
It was a minor technicality, but we missed it, so fair's fair.
The winners!
Oh!
And the team who will watch the experts from Green Acres prepare their house for open homes and auctions is Marie and James.
We've won. We've won the $3,000 cleaning prize from Green Acres. We've won. Oh my God.
Well done, Liz.
Don't say sorry.
That also means coming home third, Quinn and Ben, but you collect all of the prize money. $1,500.
So from third to second, and we get all the prize money. It's awesome. I'm so happy.
All right, time to head back to the block, and let's hope that things are a little drier in your backyards than they were here today. See you later.
We've done pretty well in challenges, so, even though we're disqualified in this one, we can't be greedy, and we definitely don't expect to win all of them, so, fair's fair.
After a marathon effort at the pool, the teams are back at the block and taking stock.
Just back from a hard challenge and just trying to clean up a bit inside.
I still got the marks from my goggles. Oh, my nose is red.
So we started painting the fence today. I got as far as the spa. Then James helped me this evening to do these 4 bays, and he's still going. He's the guy in the dark.
Right, landscaping week, but it's also trying to catch up on painting as well, so just redoing the kitchen, redoing the walk-in pantry, a couple of hours sleep, and then be back up to do some paving. It's raining outside at the moment, so I can't wait for that.
It's been a massive journey for our couples, but we've finally reached the pointy end of the competition. As well as finishing their front yards, the teams are also racing to finish their interiors as the auction creeps closer.
The sun is up, and so are we. Still painting away, lots to do, and only a few more days left. Getting pretty scary.
What might be scarier is what the overnight rain has done to their fence.
Yeah, so we were out painting the fence till quite late last night, so we couldn't see no more really, and then we got up this morning and the paint's all run, so we're thinking we're going to have to sand it back and then repaint it.
It's pretty much the last thing we need. I mean, it was already going to be a push to finish the whole fence, get it painted with 2 coats, so now we have to recoat a couple of bays as well.
Quinn and Ben have had a nasty wake-up call this morning as well.
Got a massive fence down our driveway that we tried to paint last night. The paint never got to dry, and it's just run down the fence, so we need to fix that.
I really hope that we just have to paint over it once it's dry.
Good luck getting that one past the wolf. After a long night on the phone, Corbin has managed to wrangle another builder, and with the auction date looming, it's not a moment too soon.
So we've got one more day for room reveal, but we need to get it finished today. We don't have any more time to work on it tomorrow. We've got other things we need to be doing. So we actually got all our concrete down, all our pavers, so we just need to put our lawn down between our pavers, build our plant box, fill our garden, and put our stones in, plant our garden.
And luckily this week we've been able to get our hands on another builder that can help on the inside of the house, and then we've got 2 labourers today that are going to help us get that hard work done with the lawn, because that does take quite a while getting the topsoil down, getting it level before you can put the grass down. So we've got that extra help while I'm going to focus on painting our 40-metre long fence.
Next door at House 1, Quinn's painting epic continues as she tries to fix her rain-damaged fence.
It's the last bay for the driveway, and then once Benny and the builders put our other fence up, then I'll paint that. And then there's no more. Time's very precious, and having to paint a fence sucks, but has to be done.
Next door, Jo's making preparations for the arrival of her secret weapon. Last week it was Spider-Man. But this week it's her spa.
It's the broom for dwarves. Damo breaks everything. He just goes hard and he snapped the broom. Because our front yard is sort of attached to our rear section, we're basically just making an extension of that area, so we want it to all flow really well together, and we've always had the plan that we're going to do a spa pool on the deck, so that's our little secret weapon this week. Apparently they're putting it on the digger, and they're going to drive the spa pool down on the digger, which will be awesome. I'm excited. As long as Damo's not driving the digger, it should be fine.
It's not hard to see why Jo's hidden the digger keys from Damo.
Round, this way. Ah! Oh. That's broken. Ah! Oh. Jump it there. Oh, push it. your head.
He brings it down and drops it in onto the deck. We didn't drop it, he placed it on the deck. And awesome feeling, the first thing we wanted for the house, the first thing we'd planned for, and now it's here and it's the last thing we're probably going to buy for the house. So it's sort of the cherry on top, and it's kind of like that weird feeling we're almost at the end of the block because we've got our sparkle.
This is like a really big Christmas present. As soon as we had that particular house with the land and the view and everything, we just felt how nice would it be to actually sit in a spa and have that whole retreat type feeling. It's just real cool. You sit in the spa with your family. It's a real cool entertaining area as well. So we just think it works perfect.
Got surround sound out there and all
really
the lighting
private.
features.
Perfect spot for a spa. Be really good if there was some hot water in here. What do you reckon, Brendan?
Looks like the bizzo, all right, doesn't it?
Those jets look good on that one.
Be nice when you get some water in it.
Pool party time.
Quinn and Ben have always planned to have a spa for their outdoor area.
Throughout this competition, we had our hearts set on a spa. When money started to get a bit tight, Pete talked us into putting that on the back burner and saving the money for other things.
So Quinn's gone in search of the next best thing.
I think that's my favourite one. I reckon this will be perfect. It's so nice.
So instead, we've got a water feature.
Straight away I see this twisted 3-column feature and it looks so cool. It's got lights coming out the top of it and it just looks so good. It's not too big, not too small. I hope it gives a bit of wow factor. Like I know it will. I just hope it really fits the space well.
Knowing she will have a night of planting ahead of her, Marie is keen to harvest as much knowledge as possible while the tradies are still on site.
Yeah, I thought putting the jasmine here, so when you walk out the door, that scent just hits you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we plant it centred on the door in the stones, so it looks minimal.
So Dan's come and he's actually come to put some espalier up, which we didn't get up last week. We were running a bit short on pan, so he's offered to help out and he's only got a couple hours spare, so we're, just so grateful that he's come and offered to help.
Have you got a plan of where you're putting the trees and stuff here?
Well, I've got a little bit of an idea. It was more like the bigger plants at the back and the lower infill at the front.
Okay,
yeah.
just layered planting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got big plans for our front yard this week. We really want to impress the judges having that street frontage, and everyone's pretty keen to do their best for the final week on the block.
Last week, Alex and Corbin's topsoil shortage cost them dearly.
The other ones that stole all the topsoil, apparently it's this deep in their backyard.
Are you serious?
So this week, Corbin's hatched a plan to avoid a repeat performance.
But we still need to get another post in here.
Tom comes over and he says, hey, that topsoil's arriving. Do you want the truck to put it straight into your planter box? And I was like, we're not quite ready.
No one wants to be in the situation that Alex and Corbin were in last week and not be able to finish because there wasn't enough and you just didn't go and get it.
James and Marie were knee-deep in topsoil last week, so yeah, we definitely want to make sure we're not going to run out this week.
I talked to our builders, I'm like, okay, as soon as it drops, we're going in.
It's a topsoil showdown in the front sections, and Marie's armed and ready.
So what we do is when we get this in, just push it all out there, so shovel it all out in there. Yeah, whoop. Whoop. On the first whoop, the truck backs up and tips it straight into our planter box, and half of it goes in the planter and half out onto the footpath.
Things like topsoil are in high demand at this point, so you can't sit there and just watch it go. You have to get in there and take what you need before it's all gone. Maybe I'll fill the barrow. Yep. Yeah.
James and Marie see that we've got all this topsoil and they run over and start huffing it in. It was like a feeding frenzy.
We need to get all this soil before it goes into our section.
Sharks in a feeding frenzy. And we ended up having more than what we needed, which was great.
It was nice and easy for you guys, dumped in your site.
Yeah.
No problems with topsoil this week.
Those were the two that have been looking for ages. You said you didn't have either of them. I haven't been able to find my EFTPOS cards for a few days, and Damo's been at me that I've lost them.
but I know that I haven't had them and that he was the last to use them.
Do you want them back or not? You can't win, eh? Well, Joe always misplaces stuff, so you do.
No, I don't.
Do.
It's Damo who always misplaces something.
Yeah,
and
I
then
do too.
you said to me you didn't have that. You said you didn't have it. You always misplace stuff, and then you always blame me that it's me that misplaces.
But you do lose a lot of stuff too.
I don't lose stuff.
Okay, you misplace it then.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Next time I do find something, I won't give it back to you because I'll be too scared to do
But
it.
you've been going on at me that I'd lost them for the last 3 days.
No, I haven't.
You had them the whole time. You always do that.
Catch-22. Don't find it, get in trouble. Find it, get in even more trouble. How do you know?
Where were they?
Exactly. In
Where
your
were they?
clothes. In your clothes.
Oh.
Wearing them, weren't you? That's not normal.
At least that issue's cleared up then. Although the front yard areas are smaller than last week's backyards, there's a lot of details indoor and out that require our couple's attention. And with the team scraping the bottom of the budget barrel and the auction just a week away, the pressure is still on. I think it's time for a catch-up. G'day, Ben. If you could just climb out of that hole you've dug yourself momentarily. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
What's that? Is that big feature?
This is a spa for all of the birds that are going to be coming around to our house.
Bit of water feature, is it?
It's going to be awesome.
The other's got sparkles. How awesome is it going to be?
You know how many birds I can fit in that spa?
It's a simple area, really, isn't it? Which I guess you've got to keep it simple because you've got no money.
We haven't been able to splash out as much as what we would have liked, but really, I don't know what else we would have bought. You know, we wanted a lot of grass for kids to play in and trees to cover the neighbours and veggies.
Did you sell your belt to pay for something, did you?
The button fell off.
Very nice, very on trend at the moment, I'll have to say. You haven't won any challenges, you haven't won any rooms, could still win the whole thing. Are you confident about that?
I think that our house is going to appeal to more people than any of the other houses. So, you know, as long as those people have got some cash in their back pocket, then I don't see why not.
Oh, good luck, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
No, I don't think so. I tell you what, though, I would love to put that $4,000 into that grubby little hand of yours. I really would. It would be a lovely way for me to finish with you guys.
Yeah. Money.
G'day, guys.
Hello.
So, it looks like we've got some sort of big planter box feature going in here, have we?
We've got quite a few plants left over from backyard
Yeah.
week, and I think we'll have a nice palm-style tree here, and then still the tropical kind of feel.
Here looks like the copper theme starts with the lighting as well, doesn't it? Right from the gate.
Certainly does, yeah. First hint of it's right there, so.
Yeah.
So it's this area here that you're going for the winning wow factor with the judges, is it?
Yeah, definitely. We want to, hit that street appeal thing pretty hard, and that's why we've done the big pavers, and I think the judges will like it.
You've won a lot of money, but you've spent a lot of money along the road as well. How are you looking?
We're starting to look quite tight now. We have invested quite a lot of the money back into the house, like the central heating system and the spa and everything like that. So we might have to request a couple of grand loan.
All right.
I didn't want to have to go to Mark, but I think we just, for these extra end touches, we do need to.
You'd be quite happy maybe coughing up $2,000 because I'd imagine you back yourselves with this house, don't you?
Is that worth every cent we've spent on it, that's for sure.
How you doing?
Good. It's getting there.
What are you doing? You haven't really got that much to do this week, have you?
Well, yeah, it's a small space, but there's still a lot to consider because it's on the street. We want people to look at this area and think, I want to see what's behind that door.
So you haven't used a small space as an excuse to save money. You're going to go all out this week, are you?
Well, all out was the dream, but a lot of money goes into all out. So we're being innovative and trying to use the product that we've got best. And yeah, I guess the money has been spent on our lights and landing.
So the landing, is that what you want the judges to notice first and go, wow, that's pretty cool?
Well, yeah, we wanted there to be like a softer element as you're walking up the path and into the house. And it's just the introduction to what you're going to see inside.
Do you need to borrow any money?
Yep, probably have to be borrowing some money, I reckon.
Yeah.
So you need to win this week then, don't you?
Yeah, we need to win. We need to win so we don't have that much of a debt to you.
One more win and I guess that would make us break even, so that's all we need really to get us out of the red.
Joe and Damo.
Hey.
There's only one thing catches my eye when I come in here, a spa pool. Where'd that come from?
Just came over the fence this morning on the digger.
Yeah.
You bought it?
Yeah.
Did you get a bit jealous, did you, if the others have spa pools?
Oh, we always wanted a spa pool. Unfortunately, we don't win any challenges for the spa pool, so we thought we saved up enough to buy one.
It's always been in the plan.
Yeah.
So, when you won the first challenge all those weeks ago, you would have wandered down into this area here, you would have looked back at not much. Has it lived up to your imagination now, 12 weeks later?
Yeah, looking back at it was quite different looking now, and I think I'm really happy with how it's turned out.
You gonna get this finished? It looks like you haven't got too much work to do, to tell you the truth. 24 hours to go.
Yeah, we'll still paint the exterior of the house, so got a labourer on this week, old Rodney over there, and didn't realise how big that painting challenge was until we actually have to, how many hours and hours were spent painting.
It's worth winning it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even for a bit of backlash.
Oh, guys, you're doing a great job. You've had some great success. You've won a lot of rooms along the way. You got one more to go. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Come on, Rodney.
It sounds like there might be a call for some last-minute loans. Each couple was given vouchers and a budget of $100,000 to finish their house. But it's how they've chosen to spend it that will really make or break the bank. Roof slats that took 40 man-hours to install, a spa you didn't win, a polished concrete floor covered in specialist carpet, making your house a smart home. It's all adding to the appeal of the houses. But once that cash runs out, it's also adding to our couple's reserves. It's 5 p.m. on Thursday afternoon, and there's 18 hours until the judges turn up on our team's front doorsteps. The only bonus to this week's reveal being on a Friday is that the tradies will be allowed to return in the morning to help our couples to the finish line. If our teams can afford it, that is. Alex and Corbin set out on a mission to have their front garden finished by 6 p.m. so they could focus on their unfinished interior. And they might just meet that target. But the fruits of their labours are really taking shape down the side of the house.
These screens are an awesome architectural feature. They add in some really nice geometric shapes, and we've modelled them off the 1960s breeze blocks, which actually really cool. Obviously they haven't been trendy since like the late 60s, but I've seen them used a lot in international architecture, so this is why we thought we wanted to go with a similar design.
They just really create a unique look, a bit of an architectural piece of art, I guess.
The key thing with these screens was 3 key things. They create a beautiful aesthetic from the inside, also from the outside. They also create privacy from the neighbouring property. I think these at night, when you've got the backlight from the lounge shining through them, are just going to look stunning, and I think this will really set our house apart from the others.
Yeah.
All that time spent cutting shapes looks like it's paid off. And Ben's cutting some shapes of his own.
Oh, yeah. Just turn it a little bit to the right. Yes! Maybe can you flip it all the way around? Sorry. Oh, that's better. Is it? No. Sorry, moves right round the other way. You look like a little monkey.
Next door at House 4, it's less about cutting shapes and more about cutting in. But Damo's mate Rodney is holding up the pace.
Quite hard to clean it in the dark.
Rodney, what are you doing?
I am actually cleaning. Pretending to, at least.
What'd you do with Paul, Rodney? You're not working tomorrow, Rodney? You're useless.
This is your last job today. Actually, it's your last job because you're not invited back tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, whatever. What do you want?
So, can you go and see if there's any more pavers? And if there are, we need 7.
7. All right. Won't take me long.
You've got half an hour, and your time starts now.
Hurry up.
I'm getting bossy, eh?
Yeah.
While Joe might not want Rodney back tomorrow, Marie and James are sure to want Martin back. Today he's built their timber landing and attempting to finish a planter box by the end of the day.
Square that in there and just
keep that there, and then we could just cut that off by hand. It's like a planter box. We're shadow cladding it and putting battens exactly like the house and painting it the same as the house, so everything will just sort of tie in as we go. So it's really quite nice, but a bit of work in it, so better get cracking, eh? Is that it? Yeah, well. Right, I'll hold that for it. Yeah. Oh, concentrate what you're doing. The wash didn't slip.
Time is ticking on for the building work to be completed for the day.
All right, guys, you've got 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes, guys, till tools down.
Don't quit your day job, Ben. What is it you do again? But there's no time for Ben to be having a laugh.
I can't hang that gate. I've got no hinges for it. Hinges? You love your hinges. Maybe see if Damo has got any lying around.
With Quinn and Ben having so little money, having a tradie come back tomorrow just to hang a gate is a cost they can't afford.
Hey, Brendan.
Yeah.
You got any spare hinges, bro?
Got any what?
Spare hinges? Gate hinges?
Yeah.
No hinges for hinges.
I only got enough for one gate.
Let's see if old Wilson over the fence is keen. Hey, Trevor!
The unwritten rule on this year's block is, if you're missing anything, you'll probably find it in Trev's shed.
What the hell are you doing?
Kia ora.
How you going there?
Good. How are you going?
Good.
It's good. I'll come over to ask a question.
Yeah.
You don't happen to have any spare gate hinges, do you?
Only what could be on those ones there.
Or just something that's going to make a gate swing for the night.
Could an ironic lack of hinges stop Ben from shutting the gate on this week's room?
Nothing hingy.
No.
Trev doesn't have no hinges.
Looks like Ben will either have to suck up the cost of a tradie doing the job tomorrow or hang the gate himself.
I'll get them on the way home anyway. Drop them 10 in the morning.
Please also get me some veggies.
They don't sell veggies in the hinges department.
Down the front, Marie and James's tradie Martin is still going for gold on the planter box.
The pins. You get this on 32s, please. I'll be finished in 5 minutes.
But those last few minutes are always too quick to disappear.
This is our last bit. We've got to put it here and screw it off and we're all done.
Tools down, gentlemen. Tools down. Look at that.
Dan?
Yeah.
Dan?
What?
Put the tools down.
Yeah.
Down. Done.
Ben and I pretty much did the whole front yard by ourselves, apart from the veggie patch that Dan whipped up for us.
Ben's got his own Pipeworks challenge going on, trying to fire up that bird spa.
You ain't going, mate. You just run an extension cord out and make sure it actually works.
The judges said that they wanted a focal point from our massive feature window, and that's why we got that water feature. Oh, God. Ah! It's working. It looks wicked. I love it.
It's looking like a garden. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I look over at our neighbours and they look like they're finished. I'm like, wow, you guys are onto it. We've still got to plant the rest of our trees in the front yard. We're going to get our timber landing completed. We've got to box up our planter box and then lay everything out. It'd be pretty cool if we won a extra 4K in the bank would definitely help pay some bills.
With the tradies gone, the quiet work begins.
Well, that looks good. What do you think?
Yeah, looks really good.
Do you like it?
I just need to paint the fence before it gets dark.
Yeah.
Our aim with the front yard was to finish by 6 p.m. And we did that. We actually finished the front yard at 6 p.m, minus painting the fence, which I'm going to have to finish throughout the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, I think painting the fence is a really nice touch because after last week not quite finishing, we could be like, yeah, we finished and we painted the fence.
However, we need to head back inside and work to finishing off the inside of our house. So it's a long night of painting for us.
Run out of paint, have we?
I think we'll be okay for the reveal area, but just that little end bit, we might need to get a bit more. We'll see how I go.
Oh, it looks good though, doesn't it?
This looks amazing. I love this back wall.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
Late Wednesday, we're pretty much done. We've still got pavers and gardening to do the next day, so there's a few hours left the following day, but it's the last room reveal tomorrow, and it's a good feeling to be on track to actually get another completion.
Really makes it feel like a massive area when these two are connected together, though.
It's going to be fighting a hard battle because it's only a small section looking at, but I think we've done it really well.
An extra $4,000 for the room reveal win would obviously be fantastic. Well, my job then, I'm just going to paint until I run out of paint, basically.
Yeah, I'm painting the house. I'm going to try and get that done tonight. And then I'm going to work under there tonight with the lights.
It may only be a small area, but perhaps being the only ones with a spa in their front section might impress the judges enough for a win tomorrow. But the bird spa next door is already being judged. Its lucky bird scores don't count.
50 minutes!
Next time on the Block NZ.
This is like speed painting.
It's the final race to Tools Down.
It always seems like there's plenty of time, but then it really crept up on us this week.
Our team strive to create that crucial first impression for the judges.
The last backyard and the sun right on cue.
And potential buyers.
The winner of Front Yard Week.
And a result that no one saw coming.